Alright, the time is about 6:20 p.m. on New Year's Day, and this is my first video of 2016. Greetings, viewers! All of you who survived yet another New Year, which I'm actually hoping was all of you, because it would really suck if some of you guys did not make the New Year, but, well, actually I don't need to do that. You know, I could make a video of a whole bunch of things. There's a whole bunch of things I need to do. Computer videos, you know, fan videos. People have been asking for fan videos, even though it's the middle of... Actually, it's the beginning of January now, so... the height of winter, and we actually had our first snow a couple days ago. Just a lot of requests, but I'm going to do something I haven't done a video of before, and that is that. Before I get into that, I also have this Boombox down here. This is an AudioVox... I'm only going to talk about this briefly. An AudioVox, whatever. What does it say it is? Model number CD1895. Also takes however many... Oh wow, it's actually got batteries in it. I better take those out because those might leak. Those are old. Holy crap. Well, I didn't think this thing was as old as that, but maybe it is. It's made in China, so yeah, it's probably not all that old. It's probably just batteries from something else. Or they are modern batteries, but they just look old. I know there's some of those too. It does come with a removable cord, and I can probably use the cord, but not much else. It doesn't work at all. I can't even put the cord back in. The cassette was the only thing that slightly worked in it, and it needs a new belt and probably a cleaning. The CD doesn't work at all. And the radio is practically useless, especially in here, which is a radio frequency dead zone. I could fix this, probably. I could probably easily fix this, but I just don't like working on boomboxes, especially boombox CD players, because they are usually the hardest to deal with, and especially now, because I have no idea if I would be able to even get this apart. I could probably put a screwdriver in there. I think I've got one that'll fit, but I mean, it's going to be a bear to take apart, and it's going to be a bear to put back together again, because that's just the way it is. I'm probably going to take these out and test them and see if they actually work. But I highly doubt it. So I'm probably just going to toss this back where it came from, but that's not the point of the video. No, instead we are going to be talking about this. Now, you'll have to excuse me, because I cannot find any documentation on this whatsoever, and this is the only one of these I have ever seen. In fact, it's the only cassette dictation machine, because that's what this is, that I have ever really used personally. So I'm not quite sure how all it is supposed to work, but it is a Lanier Regent. I believe I'm pronouncing that correct. If we flip it upside down, we can see that it is a model P-85, and the microphone just clocked my foot. 117 volts, 60 hertz, 0.3 amps. Now, 117 volts is a very interesting rating because, you know, here in Canada and the United States, and probably some other places around the world, our voltage is nominally 120 volts, 60 cycles, or 60 hertz, such as the case may be. But it can range really anywhere from 115 to 125, I believe. But 117 seems like a really weird rating for something. Usually they're rated for 115, 120, or 125. I've never really seen anything that's been 117, but this is probably really old. I don't know how old it is. P-85, it does have a serial number on it. I'll probably try and show that. There's the serial number. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's got a UL listing. Lanier Business Products Incorporated. I believe these are actually vent holes. There's a massive transformer, there's something else, and then there's something else still. The microphone is fairly yellowed, as you can see. It doesn't have cigarette smoke all over it, so that was one of my other reasons for picking this up. It needs a good cleaning. That it does, but it does actually seem to... Well, it seemed to work. I'm going to see if I can find my test tape, and we'll take a look at it. Let's, flip this up, which you're probably not supposed to do. You can see the erase head pop down like that. Oops. Rewind. Listen, I believe, is supposed to pop down the head, but it doesn't. It might only do that when it's got power, and I'm not quite sure what the tell button does. wonder if that's similar to record, or maybe it's not. But I haven't been able to get it to do much of anything interesting. It's also got some controls here for record and for list. I believe that's for play, really. Listen, probably. And then reverse. You could reverse it a bit. I believe that's reverse play. I'm going to have to check that out and see what it does, but under any circumstances, let me get a tape and let's plug this in and let's try it. This is not really what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to use cassettes that can be recorded, but I don't really care about this cassette because it's kind of a piece of crap, really. The album itself is not, but the cassette is. It's got some issues, and I don't know if it's even going to play in this because the tape is actually bad, but let's plug it in. I don't think it's doing anything. I wonder if it's totally dead now. There must have been something that I needed to do to turn it on. Probably a power switch or something. So let's try and listen. It is playing, as you can see. Where is... That's the speed control. Where's the volume? Oh, it's playing through this. Probably because I have it set wrong. There we go. Now it's going through the speaker. Play it way too fast, too. Alright, let's just stop that because I don't want to get my video muted. There's a red button, red light on the front. I'm not quite sure. Oh, now it's not playing. Oops. Must have screwed it up. I think the tape is bad, that's why. There we go. That's all I can get out of it when I press the tell button. I'm not sure if that means it's not a recordable tape or what. That's probably exactly what it means. I'm not going to press erase. I can press rewind, and it does actually seem to work. Forward doesn't. But you can tell that this tape is not in the best shape. It wasn't a high quality tape to begin with. Oh, it still has the playhead engaged. I wonder why it engages the playhead when I put it forward. I think I can, using this, if I can get it out of here. That turns on play. Oh, that's rewind. For whatever reason, it's engaging the playhead, and I'm not sure it's supposed to do that. I'm not going to try out the record. Yeah, it keeps the playhead engaged for whatever reason. It doesn't seem to be retracting it completely, so it's probably got some work that needs to be done to it, but I'm not sure I can do that work. Let's see what yeah, I can't seem to figure out how to get it to record. Oop. Almost bit my finger there. There are volume and tone controls right here. They are dirty. I'm not quite sure what this does. If somebody can enlighten me on this, I would be grateful. But it goes anywhere from 0 to 30, and it moves around, and it doesn't, I can't really tell what it does. I'm not sure if it's some kind of a cue positioning or what. It seems kind of weird to me. Doesn't like the forward. Or actually, I wonder if this has something to do with that. Probably not. Keeps disengaging the fast forward. That's actually kind of funny. There's the rest of my day right there. This is how you're supposed to do it. Seems kind of weird I can put it through the microphone. Unless that's a speaker. For putting next to your ear or something. But I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a microphone. I'm still not quite sure all of the functions, and I'm hoping that somebody can shed some light on this. But I probably need to have a tape that I can record to in there, which means I'm going to have to buy one because I don't have any that are blank that I want to re-record over. So another interesting thing I've just noticed is it can engage the erase head when there's no power to it, but the play head does not. I have the listen turned on right now, and it's not doing anything. So that is interesting. I wonder why the erase head can engage, but the play head cannot. It's kind of weird. Maybe it's because, well, you'd think it'd be the other way around, that the erase head wouldn't be able to engage. But then again, I guess the erase head doesn't have any power going to it. But I don't really know. We'll see. It's probably a DC permanent magnet from what I can see, but maybe it is. Maybe it is AC. I don't think so. That'd be kind of high-tech for something like this. Alright, so there's a teleport on the side. I'm not sure if that's going to something or if that's an input. And the reason why I think that's a microphone is because it says speaker or mic. But I'm not sure why you can play sounds through a microphone. That seems kind of weird. You can do it, obviously, but that's just odd why they would let you do that. But maybe it was commonplace. There's your power switch, there's your speed control, which I just bumped. It's probably going to be off speed again. Power cord is permanently molded onto the unit. There's a single monophonic speaker right here, as you can see. There's some vent holes. Here's where the tape goes. This thing is actually pretty big. Let me get a ruler out so we can measure this. Well, screw getting a ruler. Let's see if this tape measure will work. Probably not. I'm going to have to do this with one of my hands, so I'll have to pause the video and try this. Alright, this ruler is, or this tape measure is in inches. So, it's about 11.5 inches across, which is actually a pretty accurate measuring. Although it'll be a little bit bigger if I included the, this thing here, the microphone, but I didn't. So now I'm going to do the other bit here, and then we'll do the depth as well. Alright, from end to end, and I'm including the bottom bit because it slants downwards like that. Slants downwards like this, if I can speak. It's about a little bit more than 9.5 inches across. That probably wasn't a good thing to do. But I didn't scuff it, so that's okay. Alright, and in terms of depth, it's 3 5/16 of an inch. So the measurements got a little bit less and less of what I would call nice measurements. But there you go. These are the batteries that came out of that stereo over there. They have well and truly expired, but they're not leaking yet. Not as far as I can tell. These ones, like I suspected, are really old, but they're not as old as I would have expected. You can see O2 of 2002 on the bottom there. These ones are expired in 2013, so it's been a while. But I just have to see if any of these work.